Hitman Contracts, developed by iointeractive and released back in 2004, is the third game in the original series that lets you take on the role of a mysterious assassin known only by his codename 47. In this video, I've searched the net and played through the game to find and put together yet another collection of Easter eggs, secrets, references, and any other points of interest. And if you do enjoy what you see, then please show your support by subscribing and liking this video if you want to see more content like this. Now it's time to enter the dark and cold world as Agent 47. The cutscenes that we see in between missions show an injured 47 sliding in and out of consciousness, and at one point a doctor arrives to treat his wounds. The scene is a nod to the Mel Gibson film Payback, where a similar scene happens at the start of the movie. Beginning in Asylum Aftermath, near the start of the level, there is a locked door that requires a keycard to open. One can be acquired in Mission 9 on Lee Hong's desk, and after completing that mission, you can return to the Asylum with the card, to finally enter this area and take the minigun for your collection. Elsewhere in the basement, you can use the keycard to unlock another door and get your hands on another weapon for the collection. Found on the floor are a pair of golden Desert Eagles. Further into the room are several tanks with clones inside of them, but it's the names that are of interest, as they're names of iointeractive developers. In the last room are 5 more tanks that have the names of the 5 fathers, who are all the genetic fathers of Agent 47, as well as all the other clones in the facility, and were all eventually killed by 47. On the ground level, you can find on the wall a baby picture of Agent 47, wearing a suit and all. A funny thing can happen if you head to the showers in the West Wing. Inside is a man in his underwear who gets a little shy when you appear and runs away. You can follow him to the East Wing to find that none of the police take any notice of him, as he continues to run around holding his crotch. Near the entrance, the police will tell you to wait inside this room, where you'll find another patient. If 47 does wait in the room for a bit, the patient will eventually pull out an SMG and shoot it wildly around himself before getting shot by the police. The good thing is you get a weapon. The bad thing, the police will become hostile to 47 even before taking the weapon. Outside is a vehicle that you need to escape. But take a closer look at the front, you can see the letters IOI for iointeractive, who are the developers of the game, and this is one of many vehicles in the game you can find it on. Right at the start of the Meat King level, you can find on the side of the van a business name called Polio. Not the best thing to call your company if you want to attract customers. More developer name drops can be found throughout this level on these boxes, called IOI Dead Meat. In the room with the hanging dead girl is an altar with a picture of a man. Though it's not a very clear image, this person might be Jesper Kyd, the game's composer. The song played in this room is by Paul Anka, titled Put Your Head on My Shoulder. Heard in some levels of the game are sinister laughters and inaudible whispers, and none more hair-raising than the moment you approach the dead girl. In the fetish party, there is a smoking pipe with what appears to show the red dragon symbol, which is a nice little detail showing possible links between the Triads and the Meat King. The Triads are a group that Agent 47 has to deal with later in the game. On the second floor, hidden out of sight on these boxes are a bunch of knives you can take that form a smiley face. In the Russian base level, within the room of the base commander, is a bottle of vodka called Kalashnikov, which is from a real-life brand, even going so far as to make a limited release of weapons-shaped bottles. In the Beldingford Manor level, there is outside of this barn a fuse box and a satellite dish that show FCK 2002 on them. This is also seen in other parts of the game and could be referring to the Danish football club Copenhagen. iointeractive is a Danish game developer, so it's safe to say that there are some footy fans amongst their ranks. Another humorous moment happens here within the barn, when one of the workers decides to relieve himself amongst the hay bales. I felt almost bad filming this. As he sees 47 nearby, he quickly zips up and goes on his way. In the manor's main hall, on the wall by the stairs, are 3 jaguar heads. That may be a nod to one of the missions in the first game, where there is a worshipped jaguar called Tezcatlipoca. In the room where one of the targets are, you can hear a song being played. This is from a real track, sung by Dick Walter called A Different Kind of Love. Also in the same room above the fireplace is a portrait that can be shot at. By doing this and looking closer at the painting, you can see the bullet holes are actually blood. Here's an example of what normal bullet holes should look like on another painting. One of the missions of the level is to rescue the captive Giles Northcott, who strongly resembles the game composer Jesper Kyd. One of the ways into the manor is through a secret basement entrance found in the maze. It's here you can find an empty coffin that suggests that these people intended to kill Giles Northcott all along, with the plan to set him loose so he could be hunted for sport and killed. More logos can be found from iointeractive on trucks throughout the game. The music played in the bikers club in the Rotterdam level is called Immortal, sung by the band Clutch. On the second floor, within the tattoo parlour, are art designs shown on the wall. One of these is the Hitman logo, another is the iointeractive logo, and this one is from the game Freedom Fighters, which is another iointeractive creation. Also found on various trucks and difficult to see due to the PS2 graphics is the name Otto, which is the name of the main villain in Hitman 1, and seen very briefly at the start of this game before getting killed by 47. Found all over the level are pizza boxes called Papa Peeps, which is a parody to the real pizza restaurant chain Papa John's. Found on a coffee table, just next to the second floor office of your main target, is a magazine called Bikes, which is based off of the British motorcycle magazine Bike. The song played in the Dirty Rabbit strip club is called Walking Dead, sung by the real band Pure Essence. After killing the target on the ship, you can exit the level without any threat toward you, if 47 picks up the trigger for the nuclear bomb. Whether the bomb is active or not, the police won't risk shooting him, and you can move around the level with ease.
All units, hold your fire!
In the 9th mission, called The Traditions of the Trade, the setting is in the Gala Hotel in Budapest, Hungary, which is based on the Hotel Gellert in Budapest. At the reception desk, 47 is shown a list of names and room numbers. These are names of the game developers. What's interesting is the top one. The number is 666, which is the supposed number of the devil. Locked away from the rest of the hotel is the ground floor east wing, where a murder has taken place. But if you make your way into the area, you can see in any of the 4 bathroom mirrors a reflection of a ghost that appears behind 47. What further makes this unsettling is if you shoot at the wall the ghost appears from, blood splatters onto the wall. You can do this even if the ghost doesn't appear, as the gun reticle turns red to indicate something is in your line of sight. A gift box left for Agent 47 can be collected in the florist's that is full of roses and a shotgun. When firing the weapon, 47 removes it, similar to what this is all meant to be based from, the Terminator 2 movie. Right at the start of the Slaying a Dragon mission, leave the alleyway and use the sniper rifle to shoot the white dot in the yin-yang symbol, and you will get this message. But this is only half of the Easter egg, as now, if you go over to the Red Dragon and Blue Lotus negotiators, a speech bubble will appear above their heads. This is a reference to the Pokey the Penguin comics. On the Seafood Massacre level, you can find film posters with Agent 47 on them, but it's the name Chris Stone who's to play the role of Hitman. Chris Stone is the protagonist in the iointeractive game Freedom Fighters. On the same level is a shop called Carpe Diem Designwear. Carpe Diem is a Latin expression meaning seize the day. Perhaps it's a message from the developers to the player to enjoy the present and not worry about the future. Or in other words, just enjoy the game. Elsewhere on the level is a scaffolding you can climb, where there is a satellite dish with the letters HMC that stands for Hitman Contracts. On the level where you finally have to assassinate Li Hong, there are in various parts of the restaurant containers which hold a parody drink to the real-life Coca-Cola brand that is called Kinky Cola. In the final level, 2 real-life French posters of can-can dancers from the late 1800s can be found in separate rooms. In the reception area is a sports newspaper showing Le Mans, which is an actual endurance-focused sports car race event that is held annually near the town of Le Mans, France. In one of the apartments, a radio is playing another song, this time by French rapper Faf La Rage. Once outside, you can find written in French on one wall this, and it roughly translates to in English, "How lucky to live in France." Perhaps it's a joke on behalf of IO Interactive to the gamer in a situation where you're surrounded and outgunned by police who are all trying to kill 47. France is now the last place he wants to be. Hey guys, if you managed to watch this right to the end, then thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't yet, please show your support by subscribing and leaving a like so you can stay up to date on future content like this. I'm not quite sure yet which game I want to focus on next. There's a huge list I could do: Resident Evil 5, Hitman Blood Money, GTA Vice City, Tomb Raider Anniversary, hell I might even do Freedom Fighters. As for the Villains Corner, I'll be doing a video on Dahlia Gillespie from Silent Hill, followed by Liquid Snake from MGS. I'm also going to be doing another Tomb Raider 1 video where I'll be doing a talk through on every secret in the game. Not only will I be commenting on how to find them, but getting to every single one of them like a gaming pro. So plenty for me to do. So until the next video, bye everyone.